Imagine driving from the Arabian Peninsula straight into Africa without ever boarding a plane or a ship. No detours, no flights, just a continuous overland journey. That's the ambitious vision behind the Saudi-Egypt Bridge, a monumental project that aims to physically connect the two continents of Asia and Africa through a fixed crossing over the Red Sea. It's a bold idea, decades in the making, and now, as of mid-2025, it's closer to reality than ever before. If built, this bridge could radically reshape trade, tourism, and geopolitics in the region. But like any project of this magnitude, it comes with massive challenges and complex considerations. Let's explore the story behind this mega project, what it could look like, why it matters, and what could still go wrong. Where it all begins, the Strait of Tiran. The proposed bridge will span the Strait of Tiran, a narrow yet strategic waterway separating Egypt's Sinai Peninsula from Saudi Arabia's Tabuk region. This corridor is the gateway from the Gulf of Aqaba into the Red Sea, making it one of the most heavily trafficked maritime passages in the region. While the shortest distance across the strait is about 13 kilometers, the planned crossing will cover roughly 32 kilometers, around 20 miles, taking a slightly wider path to avoid sensitive coral reefs and busy shipping lanes. But this is not just any bridge. It's a project that may include a combination of causeways, suspension bridges, and even submerged tunnels to protect the marine environment and maintain navigational access for large vessels. An idea older than you might think. The concept of a land link between Saudi Arabia and Egypt isn't new. It first emerged seriously in the late 1980s, when both governments recognized the economic potential of connecting their nations by land. However, a mix of geopolitical tensions, financial limitations, and engineering hurdles stalled the idea. The early 2000s saw a revival of interest, with feasibility studies, route options, and diplomatic conversations returning to the spotlight. Still, issues like maritime rights and environmental concerns once again slowed progress. The turning point came in April 2016 when Saudi King Salman visited Cairo. Together with Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, they signed an agreement to move forward with the bridge. As part of the deal, Egypt agreed to transfer control of the Tiran and Sanafar Islands to Saudi Arabia, clearing a significant political and legal roadblock. Since then, technical assessments, environmental studies, and planning have been quietly advancing. Saudi officials confirmed in 2025 that much of the technical groundwork is complete. The design may even feature both a bridge and a tunnel. What will it look like? The bridge's projected length is about 32 kilometers, which might not seem record-breaking by global standards, but the challenges come not from its size, but from where it will be built. Parts of the Strait of Tiran reach depths of up to 290 meters, almost the height of the Eiffel Tower. That means deep-sea engineering, advanced structural systems, and careful environmental management. The final structure is expected to be multimodal, accommodating both vehicles and rail lines. That includes passenger traffic and freight trains, seamlessly connecting with Egypt's national railway system and Saudi Arabia's land bridge project, a cross-country rail network linking the Red Sea to the Arabian Gulf. The estimated cost? Around $4 billion. That's hefty, but considered modest for a project of this scale and strategic significance. If construction begins soon, officials estimate the bridge could be completed in about 8 years, putting its opening date around 2033. A Pillar of Vision 2030. This project is deeply aligned with Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030, a sweeping national plan to diversify the kingdom's economy and reduce its reliance on oil. The Red Sea coast is key to that plan, with mega projects like NEOM, The Line, and the Red Sea Project already underway. The bridge would enhance connectivity to these developments, positioning the western coast as a major logistics, tourism, and commercial hub. For Egypt, the benefits are equally enticing. The Sinai Peninsula, rich in beauty but underdeveloped, could finally attract significant investment. With a direct land route, both trade and tourism could flourish on a scale previously unimaginable. Currently, travel between the two countries depends mostly on air routes or long maritime detours. With the bridge in place, tourists could simply drive from Saudi Arabia to Egypt's Red Sea resorts, and vice versa. Estimates suggest annual tourist flow between the two nations could grow from around 300,000 to over 1.2 million visitors per year, more than just tourism. The ambitions of the Saudi-Egypt bridge go far beyond leisure. This structure could create a strategic trade corridor connecting Asia to Africa. Freight traffic currently reliant on crowded ports and long shipping lanes could instead move efficiently overland via rail and truck. That means lower transportation costs, shorter delivery times, and reduced pressure on maritime infrastructure. And then there's the symbolism. This bridge would be one of the very few permanent physical links between continents. Located near sites of profound religious and historical significance, it's even been nicknamed the Bridge of Moses. Economic payoff. What's in it for both sides? Despite the hurdles, the economic outlook is strong. Both governments anticipate significant toll revenues from freight, private vehicles, and trains, with some estimates suggesting the $4 billion investment could be recovered in less than a decade. The bridge promises to enhance freight logistics, positioning both countries as key links in trade between Africa and Asia. It will also generate thousands of construction jobs and create permanent roles in operations, customs, tolling, and security. Additionally, the surrounding areas, particularly Tabuk and Sinai, are expected to benefit from new towns, industrial zones, and commercial hubs, driving long-term regional development. Environmental and political hurdles. As promising as it sounds, the project faces serious risks, especially from environmental groups and international regulators. The Strait of Tiran is one of the most ecologically sensitive marine environments in the world. Beneath its waters lie vibrant coral reefs, seagrass meadows, and endangered species like the dugong and green sea turtle. These habitats not only support regional biodiversity, but also fuel Egypt's thriving diving tourism sector. To mitigate damage, the design includes tunnels and elevated structures to avoid disturbing marine ecosystems. Both governments have pledged to follow strict environmental protocols, but that's only part of the equation. The geopolitics of a bridge. The bridge crosses an internationally critical waterway. Under the 1979 Camp David Accords, Egypt is obligated to guarantee freedom of navigation through the Strait of Tiran, including for Israeli vessels. That means the structure must allow safe passage for large ships, oil tankers, and even military vessels without obstructing access. When Egypt transferred control of Tiran and Sanafir Islands to Saudi Arabia in 2016, Israel approved the deal after receiving assurances that maritime rights would remain intact. This cleared a major diplomatic hurdle, but other tensions still loom. The Red Sea is increasingly contested, with piracy threats near the Bab el-Mandeb Strait and rising instability linked to Yemen's conflict and global rivalries over shipping routes. Security cooperation will be crucial not just during construction, but for the entire lifespan of the bridge. Seismic risks and structural demands. The Red Sea sits in a seismically active region. Earthquakes, shifting tectonic plates, and undersea fault lines all pose risks. That means the bridge must be engineered to withstand tremors, with deep foundations, reinforced pylons, and real-time monitoring systems. These requirements increase both cost and construction complexity. Risks versus rewards. Despite political alignment and technical progress, the project has yet to break ground due to several lingering risks. Delays could arise from environmental reviews, material shortages, labor challenges, or political shifts. The projected $4 billion cost may escalate if unexpected geological or engineering issues emerge. Legal challenges also loom as international environmental watchdogs closely monitor the project, with any missteps potentially triggering lawsuits, protests, or regulatory halts. Additionally, changes in leadership or public opinion in either country could threaten the project's future. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed diving into this epic story of the Saudi-Egypt Red Sea Bridge, a project that could literally connect continents, don't forget to hit that like button and smash the subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world's biggest ideas. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and we'll see you in the next video.